It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers under the lights on Monday night.
At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Acrisure Stadium. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott in this one. A couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chuck yardage, run after run, and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense can get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
The ball is teed up. Kicking team looks ready. And we're off from Acrisure. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. For the Steeler offense, getting out there for its opening drive of the game. They're led out by one of the game's most tenured veterans and most decorated quarterbacks of all time, Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers on Monday Night Prime Time.
Oh, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game. That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now run straight ahead with Warren. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 2. Tillman motions to the left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 3. Now they'll change things around before the snap. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The handoff to Ford up the middle. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw Ford on 3rd and 1. He finds his man complete. That's Ford. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Back to throw. Sanders. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second and a couple. Now a handoff running through the middle. And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Sanders. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Sanders. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Here now, 2nd and 4. On play action, it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now Rodgers. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Sanders now. Off play action.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to Tillman. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Open man, that's Tillman. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Sanders. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Sanders. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Rodgers going to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Now it's Rodgers. And here's Freiermuth again. Oh, some strong running. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. 2nd and 10. Rodgers again now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Boswell's kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action. Sanders. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Sanders. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Sanders. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
If you missed the first half, there's not much to get you caught up on. Just the lone field goal accounting for the entirety of the scoring. A 3-0 game to this point, as both defenses have been strong so far.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Browns offense and their running back getting set to go once more. They go play action here on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Operating from the gun, Sanders. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Short throw here to the tight end Bates. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. Off play action. Sanders. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll send Judy in motion left. Back to throw again. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Off the play fake. Sanders. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. A beautiful spin and room to run. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Back to throw now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Off play action. Sanders. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. Off the play fake. Sanders. He'll buy some time right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Operating from the gun. Sanders. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. Back to throw. Sanders. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. A handoff for Warren. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now Rodgers. That is caught. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Working from the gun, Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And the tight end goes in motion left. Now Rodgers, got to have this one. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Rodgers finding Valdez-Scantling. And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3. Looking to throw. Sanders. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Completes to Njoku.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
Here comes 2nd down and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now 2nd down and a few inches. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Browns will use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They come up now on 2nd and 2. He's back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Rodgers to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now Rodgers. He's going to go up top again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
So it's the Steelers who will have the first chance to go down and score here in overtime as we are back underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. On play action, Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Opening drive of overtime. Both teams will get a possession, barring a defensive score. Here's 2nd down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. To throw, it's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So here's a 3rd and 14. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. The defense did its part. 3 points now. All they need is they work on 2nd down. Off play action. Sanders. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on 3rd down. Sanders. And got his man complete. Down the left sideline. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.